OK，
游戏产业呢这几年呢快速的发展，那尤其呢是手机游戏产业那产值呢就高达每年56亿美金的这个数量。请您说明一下，大概您对于游戏产业未来发展的看法。
For the rapid develop for the game industry, especially for mobile game industry, there are 56 billion US dollars. Would you share your opinion for the game industry in the future?
Wow, yes. So certainly the game industry today is a very exciting space, and we're transitioning from the type of AAA game development that costs tens of millions of dollars to a very select group of studios. We're in a very exciting transition from that type of development to really a 1 to 5 to 10 person indie shop that can build great content. And so we're moving away from not moving away from, we're supplementing that AAA space with this really cool content that almost anybody can develop. And Unity is very uniquely positioned to take advantage of that trend. So it's something we're very excited about. Even if you're a huge studio like Electronic Arts, you can use Unity to build great games. But if you're a one-person independent studio, you can still use Unity to build great games. And so it's a very exciting time in the industry.
好，那Unity 呢，在2010年呢发布了 Unity 3这个版本。那请你能够说明一下有关于 Unity 发展的核心是什么呢
？Unity announced Unity 3 version 3 at year 2010. Can you a little bit explain what the core develop trend for Unity?
Okay. Core development trends for Unity. I'm not quite sure I understand that question. But Unity is very focused on essentially developing the best tools available for game development. Our corporate motto is democratization of game development. And what that means truly is anybody can build great content with Unity. We have democratized that process so that anybody can use Unity to build great content. And we'll continue with that trend. We'll continue improving Unity, the engine and the tools to enable developers to build great content. And so that's something that we'll continue to do, and that will continue to remain core of our development process. Really is to continue that democratization of game development.
传统游戏的一个制作非常的耗时费工，那是不是可以请您说明一下，如果使用 Unity 游戏引擎开发游戏呢，那最大的优势是什么？
Traditional game develop is very spend a lot of time and a lot of people to to work with. So what do you think using Unity game engine the most benefit is?
Wow, there are so many benefits to using Unity that it's really difficult to focus on one. So I'm not going to focus on one, but I'll talk about a couple. First, and I think most importantly, is the ability to use Unity to rapidly prototype. As an example of this, I met with a studio in Shanghai last month that was able to take a very popular 2D franchise in the games world, and using prototype within 1 month, they were able to develop a fully 3D prototype version of this game. And so certainly one of Unity's core strengths is to enable that sort of rapid development. And it's development that a non-programmer can do. This particular studio that I mentioned says it was the first time in their studio's history that they had game designers and graphic designers actually building games, which was really cool. So that's certainly important within Unity. Another thing that we feel is a Unity strength is then to be able to take that content that you create quickly and then be able to carry it to multiple platforms. And so within the Unity editor, you build your game and you build it very rapidly, but then you can merely export that game to multiple platforms. So if you want to have that as a PC or a Mac standalone application, you merely export it to that platform. If you want to use it as a web game, again, you merely export it to that platform. If you want to build an iOS game or an Android game, again, you merely port it to those platforms. So I really focused on two there. You asked the number one benefit. I kind of cheated and I gave you two. First is rapid prototyping, and then being able to support multiple platforms are two very key strengths of Unity.